Hello and welcome to another YouTube video. Slightly different stuff than usual. Over the past week I've been playing a bit of The Witcher 2. I played The Witcher 1 about 2 years ago and I've really been waiting to play this game. I do have The Witcher 3 as well, which I'll play whenever I finish this one. Whenever that may be, because it takes me a long time to go through games now, so I don't have a lot of time available. It is a beautiful game, however. Definitely recommended. And it's quite an old game now, so you don't really need a very powerful PC to run it at high specs. And it still looks good. I mean, even The Witcher 1 looks good. It's aged well. Because that's what happens when you do make a game that's pretty good. It ages well. Now, The Witcher 2 was released in 2011. It runs on REDEngine and it is by the awesome developers CD Projekt. And they do pretty awesome games. The game was released on Xbox 360. However, we'll be playing it on PC. Well, we'll be playing it. I don't like saying we. I mean, I'll be playing it. I'm a few hours into the game. I've recorded a bit of footage. Whether I'll upload it anymore, I mean, it's hard to say. Because I don't really know what to upload on this kind of games. I guess the gameplay really. But I'm a huge noob on PC especially. So kinda, yeah. I mean, the gameplay isn't really all that exciting. For the purpose of this video, I put mostly cutscenes throughout the beginning. Just gives a bit of, well, gives some insight into the game, but not too much, because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody who may not have played it. And Geralt being, or Geralt being, rather polite there.
Same side of the barricade then, opposite sides of the table now.
Hey, he's just an awesome character.
You want me to sit on your lap?
So yeah, it's fun. I think over the past 7 days, actually, I have not touched the game. I'm planning to play the game this weekend. I just really had a bit of a week. I wouldn't say a week from hell, but it was really, really crap with finishing work quite late, and the time that I did of just doing a lot of online stuff. My editing skills clearly show up there. Really good stuff.
Geralt succeeded.
Lucky he did. The priest was
so yeah, what else can I say? Yeah, the full title of the game is The Witcher 2: Assassins of Kings. And you'll actually get a slight idea of why that is from actually this video, of some of the footage there. Although I tried not to give much away.
Arian lives! Open now! Kneel before your king and I shall show you
And
mercy.
I think on Steam it's rated 9 out of 10, or most players have ranked the game pretty well, because it is an amazing game.
Want to head back to the tent?
I think only a fool would downrate or downvote this game, or any of the Witcher games in general. So yeah, I mean, this part of the game is really getting you into the game. It's not, well, getting you into the story kind of thing, sort of reviving some events that happened in the past. So it's not really full-on story, what Witcher 2 story just yet, which is kind of cool. So there's not much to miss there, but there's still some
No other way sometimes.
some footage I'd rather not show, because it does spoil a little bit.
Sire,
Vernon Roach. Tell me, Roach.
There's fighting in the town. A section of our forces crossed the river in fishing boats and swarmed the streets, burning.
Vernon Roach is a character that will stay with you throughout the game, one way or another. Even though I'm only up to chapter 2 on my gameplay, this footage is from very early on, not even chapter 1. I think it's from the prologue still.
The children were not with her.
But you know
But he's one of the characters that stay
But we've yet to penetrate
for a while
that
with
area.
you. Not gonna say much about the other characters. Some will stay with you, some will not. Some of you, if you play The Witcher 1, you'll know Triss. Triss Marigold, she was with us on The Witcher 1 as well.
Anais and Boosie.
And we got a cool dragon showing
The
there.
royal children.
Don't test my patience, Tails, and I'll grant you a quick death.
Confess.
Quick
Foltest,
death is
before
always
the
good, we
gods
can't
and the
really
people.
argue with the
Boosie and
quick
Anais
death.
are the fruit of your loins.
Unless you just
Bow
like
to the
pain, I mean, what
gods
kind of
and
person
admit
would
the
really
truth.
enjoy pain
You
to
may
that
not
point?
have noticed, Tails, but I just took this town.
Aided by murderers, sorcerers, and a mutant for whom nothing is holy.
This is hallowed
Why would
ground. You
anything
will
be
not raise
holy
your
for him?
hand against a
He's
servant of the
just
gods.
awesome.
Where have you taken the children?
There's a bit of
They're
Witcher
in
power
the
there.
solar. What is this?
Just persuading
Blasphemy.
the
Sorcerer's tricks.
enemy, or not necessarily an enemy, but whoever speaking to obey or to say something that they would otherwise not. So yeah,
Quiet
obey or
down,
persuade
Tails.
kind of thing.
This is a church.
I don't actually remember
I'll
the
not forget
signs.
this, mutant. You hear?
I forgot the signs in general from The Witcher 1. I mean, it's been 2 years since I played The Witcher 1.
Damn, I've seen assaults go awry, but the dragon
So
topples
yeah,
them all.
it's a bit rusty. But you do I think five signs, I think, or 5 powers, or yeah, 5 abilities. I guess you could stretch it and call it that. Well, actually, not much of a stretch, really. They are really
Geralt,
abilities.
you should know. Is it possible to tame a dragon?
The thing that you should know actually is I will be playing the game on easy mode, so
Let's hope
I
Marigold
shouldn't
got out
be
of there.
dying too many times
I'm
or
sure
take too
she
long
did.
to play
If
to
not,
finish the
can
game.
you advise us, sire?
Because I don't want to be stuck on the game. I've got a lot of games to play. I really want to play this game though, because it's just awesome. However, I don't want to waste unnecessary time. It's you know, storytelling is beautifully done, and a lot of other things in the game are really worth the time, and that's really why I'm playing the game. But doing normal or hard, on normal the game is more than manageable, to be honest. But there's a few places in the game where you may be stuck. One of them, or 2 of them, boss fights, and there's just no need. There's absolutely no need for me to waste my time grinding or doing other stuff. And other things you'll need as well if you're playing the game on normal or hard. You'll need to use potions more. You need to be a bit more careful and manage your game better. On easy, you don't really have to worry about that.
I need to leave, sire. I'd like Triss Marigold to
So I
come
just
with me.
should technically breeze through the game, even being a complete PC noob
You may leave.
and really struggling with the controls and dodges and that kind of thing. And this is kind of defining moment in the game. I didn't keep the whole cutscene
Who goes
because
there?
I don't want you to get the full
Foltest.
picture, just in case you haven't played the
I've come for
game.
my children.
Then a couple of things stay in the open,
Geralt, wait
and
here.
perhaps given the impression that they should, in a way, give.
Thanks be to the gods. My prayers are answered.
I thought I had cut this bit out actually, but I guess I didn't.
Go, Boosie,
That's not my father.
but it is your king, boy.
Which is a fair point.
Bells, your
Yeah,
triumph
say,
is complete.
Happy
The
king
city
is a happy
fortress
kingdom.
taken, sire.
Time to thank the forefather and the mother creatrix for this.
I don't know if they say that anyway, I just said it, so... I said, Happy King, Happy
I've
Kingdom,
not seen my children
right?
in 6 months. The gods can spare another minute.
Absolutely.
Listen to me. Your mother and I quarreled, but that is over. She was deceived. Evil men turned her against me. These men have been punished, and all will be well from now. No tears, Boosie. One day
Cry
you'll be king.
baby, cry baby.
Kings do not weep.
I'm kidding. But he's crying, right?
Armed men approach.
And he's
sire.
pretty much a baby.
Children, go to the refectory.
My knights will soon be here. You must meet them, for one day you will rule them. Boosie, go wash your face. They must not see that you wept.
There's a bucket of water in the next room.
Anais, help your brother.
He's got a mean face, doesn't he? Oh. Geralt of Rivia is in a pickle. Again, great editing skills there. So this part, as you noticed by the shot soon enough, as you can see, he's lost his clothing and everything, and he was cornered by the guards, so it's quite obvious he's been arrested, and it should be quite obvious now that he's escaped. Possibly. Maybe. He's got some really nice scars and on his back. He's been lashed a few times. He's a witch, he can handle it. The gathering of ingredients will be very important, especially in hard difficulties. That's a nice blood effect there, I like that. Sadly, I don't see that in battle that many times actually. I think it's probably because I don't really know how to fight properly, so I don't trigger those cutscenes or animations, whatever you call them. These guards are friendly.
You were to sneak out. Avoid anything resembling a bloodbath.
You left me the key to my manacles, not an invisibility cloak. Triss, is everything all right?
Uh-huh.
Not exactly.
He's got a point.
I'm no longer
He's got a
the
point.
royal advisor. I've lost my post, my home in Vizima. Witcher's mistress, they call me. Kingslayer's whore.
If anyone played The Witcher 1, you should be very familiar with Vizima.
People say what they think they have to.
I know, but
They'll change their minds as soon as we find the Kingslayer. Roach will see to that. Right, Spy?
I'm no spy, but you're mostly correct. An interregnum is chaos by definition. Rats like Baron
Mostly is good enough. Besides, Geralt can't be wrong, right?
But no one save old Natalis can restore true order.
Natalis is far away and of low birth. The crown's simply out of his reach. Baron Kimbolt, on the other hand.
Politics is secondary right now. Vernon, learn anything new about the Kingslayer?
A week ago, I got a message from an informer in Flotsam. He saw Yorveth in the company of a large, bald man, not unlike the one you described.
A week ago? Sounds like a cold trail to me.
We need to start somewhere. The trading post is a few days upriver, in the forests that lie on the Edirnian border. Yorveth's territory.
Flotsam it is, then. Triss,
Yes?
I'm a bit beat up. Will you look at my wounds?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go
Yeah,
below deck.
you
And I
took a
need
bit of
you
a
to
beating
tell
by
me
the
about
looks of things.
Yennefer in detail. I want to hear it all, even the things you don't want to tell me, even the things that might hurt.
Prepare to cast off! Clear the lines and all aboard!
Lines clear, Captain!
She didn't say they were all aboard. She just said line's clear. So yeah, maybe left a couple of guards behind. She probably didn't like them. Right. And this is really when the game begins.
Time to forge friendships, alliances. Harry and Lavalette, busy building walls and forging swords, forgot that. When he was gone, those he loved were forced to forge friendships with those he hated.
I like that cartoon style. First time I saw it in games, I didn't like it. I guess it just grew on me over the past few years.
Life can't be easy for anyone who's unlucky enough to be labeled a regicide. That goes triple for someone like Geralt. Could his luck get any worse? I've known The Witcher for a long time, and I'm sure the kings, courts, and politics concern him about as much as last year's snow. But hey, life doesn't always dole out what we expect, right? Sometimes it even forces us to associate with unsavory characters like Vernon Roach. No, I'm not making any excuses, and yes, I had my reasons. The Witcher spent most of the way to Flotsam talking to someone. Long into the evening, as water lapped against the boat's side, Triss told him forgotten stories of his unexpected child and his toxic relationship with a sorceress named Yennefer. Stories of a life stolen from him. Am I boring you? Don't set this tale aside. Give me just a few minutes more, for someone special's about to appear in dire straits upon a scaffold.
There's some greens. Forest land. Secondary is done quite a bit in the forest. If I do upload gameplay footage, you'll see quite a lot of it. It's basically the whole of the chapter 2 is based in the forest. He doesn't look so good. And that one isn't so friendly. I'm sure he's a nice guy. He's just had to feed his pet, I suppose. Or guess, rather. It's one beautiful chest there. Someone is up to something, right? So is gonna play very cool, just like Roche or Roche, or how he said. Plays a very key role in the Witcher 2 game.
Sheathe your sword, elf. I'm here to talk. Bow low. You stand before a head crowned. That of Demavend, king of Aedirn, by the grace of the gods, sovereign of the Pontar Valley, and so on.
And you are?
A friend to non-humans. I have an offer.
Speak quickly and to the point. The Arrakis will soon return, and I'd rather know all before then.
I can add several more heads to this one. Each crowned.
Go on.
Foltest to start with. I barely escaped in Aedirn. I'll need help. Access to your hideouts and maps of your secret trails. And the support of the Scoia'tael. I want no gold and have no interest in the killer's fame.
Then why do you wish them dead?
It's a long story. Your beast nabbed his neck. Time to go. Do we have a deal, Elf?
It don't look so good, does it? I think his head is running a little bit low on blood supply. So that's the start of the game, chapter 1. Well, the start of the real game, put it that way.
Flotsam should be just beyond the point. We'll take the beach.
Who's we?
You and me. Reconnaissance.
I'm coming too.
You should stay behind. We can't be sure of the reception we'll get.
Ah, yes,
Precisely
Tris,
why I won't
join
let
us.
you go alone. Someone's got to look after you.
Gotta have a pretty face around, right?
Come on already.
Besides, she's more than a pretty face.
Any news from your secret informer?
The port's blocked. Some merchants are being held up for months.
What about
And yeah, pretty much getting to the end of the video. Not an awful lot happening here. So yeah, just keep an eye out for boxes, barrels, flowers, and things that you just can collect. It's pretty standard RPG kind of thing, in all honesty. But I'm really loving it. This was footage of like the first couple hours on the game with a lot of stuff cut. I've played quite a lot of hours since then, and maybe we'll upload it too.